And we're back in the yard. So we're on this barge system here. It's currently calling for cooling. I'm just getting fan, compressor, outdoor fans aren't running. So let's see what's going on with it. So here we go. Alright, filter doesn't look terrible. They just got this trailer, so hasn't been a while, but this was put in December. So it's not the filter. There is a free stat, so we can see what's up with that. So let's go ahead and get into the electrical and see what's going on. All right, so that's the contactor for the compressor. It looks like it is closed. This contactor, I believe, is for the electric strips. Look at the capacitor, it's all swollen. And I have actually been hearing the compressor trying to start up. So we're gonna go ahead and kill the power. And then we will check that run count. All right, so it's a 35.5. So I'm just doing this for you guys, but you can see it's dead. That's the compressor side. That's the fan side. Dead. So it's a 35.5, hopefully I have one. Alrighty then, so we got our new run cap in. So we're gonna go ahead and plug this in, and I don't know if the thermostat's gonna delay, so it might come right on, so here we go. All right, so we're receiving a call from the thermostat now. When I reset it, it was in heat mode. So I think it's just a delay, so we'll give it some time and then it should kick on, because the contactor was closed earlier and currently it isn't. So the fan is running, and that's controlled by that relay up there on the board. So we just gotta play the waiting game. All right, she just kicked on. 49 amps from startup on our compressor. 4.3 for run. And our fan motor. All right, cool. Let's go check the inside temp. Well, got 50 degree supply, so we're good to go. And we're back in the yard. So blower motor's running, filter's clean. This isn't running, however, I do feel some heat right here. So we may be in a thermal overload on the compressor due to a bad fan motor. That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, that's plugged in. So let's open this up and see what's going on. So here we go. All right, so the capacitor is swollen and there's a dead frog. Contactor is closed, so we can go ahead and remove power. So I think the compressor's on thermal overload, hopefully. And then the fan's not spinning because of that, so yeah. All right, just to show you this thing is dead, we're going common to fan, and we have nothing. And we're going common to hermetic, and we got nothing. So yeah, that thing's dead. That could be why the compressor's not running as well. I'm gonna check to see if it's open or not, and then we'll go from there, but we'll get this new one mounted in here first, and then we'll go from there. Now in some cases you're going to change out the run cap, you turn it on and it doesn't turn on. So sometimes what ends up happening is either the fan will go off first, causing the compressor to continue to run, and then it'll overheat itself, or it's constantly trying to run because the cap is dead and it just overheats everything. So sometimes you get a thermal overload. So if that's the case, what you want to do is you want to find your common. So this is a train, so this would be your common for your compressor, your run for your compressor, and then the one that goes to herm is your start. Okay, so if we go from common or black to red, we should have a reading. If it's OL, then that means that you're on a thermal overload. Now I have a reading, so it's not OL. Now if we check the start, we should also have a reading. Now if you go common to start, common to run, and you have an OL, it's probably the thermal overload. So if you have an OL on common, what you're going to want to do is you're going to go start to run. No matter what, that should always give you a reading. See? If for some reason you have an OL on anything to common, but then you have an OL on start to run, that means your windings are bad and it's not going to reset. You can also do this for the condenser fan motor, because some condenser fan motors also have a whatchamacallit, a thermal overload in it. So it's the same way. So you take your black wire from your fan, which is this one here, right? And then you'll take the brown wire, which is your start. And then in this case, it's purple, which is our run. And we would check it the same way. So I'm doing common to start, okay? And I have a reading, so that's good. And now we're gonna go ahead and do common to run. So it's good. So it's not on a thermal overload. And then we're gonna go start to run, and we have a reading. See, so that means our two motors are not in thermal overload and their windings are good. Now if we want to take a step further, we can go to ground. Make sure we're not grounded. Oh, well, we are grounded because my wires are touching the ground. Just make sure none of your wires are touching ground. And we have an OL, so which we want in this case. All right, so we're gonna get our inrush amp draw on our compressor, and then we'll check regular amps and all that. So we can see our disconnect here. The forks are a little melted. That's a little concerning. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, so we might recommend a new disconnect. Anyway, here we go. All right, 65.26 inrush on the compressor. And we're pulling about 6.8 amps in the compressor. And 0.66 on the fan. We'll let her run and stabilize, and we'll go ahead and get a refrigerant pressure. These are locking caps, and in order to remove them, you need the special security lock thingy. This is what it looks like. Come on, focus. There we go. See, that's what you need. So to do that, you got to take off these little rubber covers. You just slide off like that. And take your tool. There's 4 holes in there, and you just kind of spin it until it gets stuck in 1 or 2 of those holes. Oh, there we go. And then unscrew. Just like that. And these are the shield locking caps. So yeah. Just so you know, see the 4 holes? Yeah. See, so the idea is you get these little forks into 2 of those holes, and then you can spin it. Amp draw on the blower motor is fine. I had a helicopter, so I couldn't film that, but it's fine. These are our current pressures. We are at 28.7 on our suction. This is 410A, 13 degrees superheat. Subcooling is about 17. It's a little bit on the high side, but I'm not too worried about it. 315, and then it's about an 80-degree day today. And then we're about 20 degree delta between supply and return. So I would say this thing is operating fine. We just had a bad run cap. So we're going to go ahead and put it all back together, and then kind of go from there. So yeah, this is a pretty typical, nice, easy type of diagnostic. I haven't got one of these in a really long time, so it's kind of nice, considering that I had to drive like an hour to get here. But anyway, hopefully this helps you out if you come across this, which you probably will. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, comment, tell me what a horrible technician I am. Hit that bell notification, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook. And if you like the tools that I use, pick up a set for yourself on my Amazon store, and get some work socks. Thanks for watching.